Her mom's like, did I let the devil in my house? Like, I trusted you. You brought this in my house. Ew. Welcome to my YouTube channel or whatever. My name is Kiera, aka Thehoodhippie, and today I am going to tell y'all about my coming out story. While I am telling you the story of how I came out, I'm also going to be reviewing this Capriccio white sangria. It is 13.9% alcohol. Lit. I'm already hot. I didn't even drink nothing. Hold on. I need to put the fan. It was $7.99. I got my little bougie ass wine glass. Got these when Scandal was popping, and I'm thankful. So here we go. Pour this. Gotta be a little bougetto. $7.99 wine, $30 wine glass. Sounds about right. Whew. It's a little something to it. Got a little kick. Let's get to the real tea, okay? The very first time I had to come out in school, I had a girlfriend from 10th grade to 12th grade. We dated in about from 10th grade to 11th grade. 11th grade, we kept it on the low. Like from 10th to 11th, nobody knew we was dating. Maybe our closest friends, not even, none of my closest friends, because I was in a different social group than she was. So nobody in my, I wouldn't tell my best friend, nobody knew. Her friends, they knew. But she's masculine presenting, and I was super, I was a cheerleader. Like, I was in a band. I was super like into a bunch of shit that she was not into. So us hanging out all the time or walking together and going to lunch and stuff, it was weird to everybody. Everybody was like, why are you hanging out with her? School groups are so segregated. 11th grade year, this girl came up to me in between classes, bro, and she was like, so are you and so-and-so together? And I was like, what? Like, I was like taken aback, like, bitch, first of all, I said, yeah, like, yeah, we are. And in that moment, I don't know what possessed me to say yes, but I guess I was done like hiding. It had been a year of like keeping it low, and I was over it. That was at Nutrition, bitch. By lunch, everybody knew. Everybody knew, okay? Like, my best friend's coming up to me like, but why didn't you tell me? Like, I knew it already. Like, you could have told me anything, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, wow, this bitch just told the whole school. I didn't really get a chance to. Like, wow, I am out. I'm out the closet, bitch. I'm gay. So I'm out. I'm out of the school. Everybody knows rainbow flags, rainbow toe socks, bitch. I'm out. I don't know why I'm so hot. Coming out to the parentals is a whole different vibe than coming out to the homies. The 11th grade year, me and this girl were on the phone chopping it up. My mom's an entertainer. She's never home at nighttime. She leaves. She has to go to work, right? Her mom's an entertainer. She's often gone at night too. However, this particular night, she was home. When I say entertainer, I do not mean stripper. Although my mom did tell me she worked at a strip club once. She said she was a waitress. I don't know. What would my mom's stripper name be? This shit good. It get better every time I take a sip. Anywho, we on the phone, cupcaking. 10 p.m. at night. All of a sudden, all I hear is, get off the phone. Her mom comes into the room. I'm like, okay, well, maybe her mom, you know, like, this was, when you're a teenager and your mom talks crazy to you, it's pretty normal. Like, maybe she didn't wash the dishes. Maybe she didn't clean up her room or wash clothes, or she left something out. So I wasn't like, ooh, her mom knows or whatever. It was just very much like, okay, like, whatever. She hangs up the phone, and I go on about my night, like, watching Nick at night, doing whatever the do when you're a kid. So she does call me back later, an hour later to be exact. It's now 11 p.m. at night. On a school night at that, thinking it's my boo. I'm like, hello. And she like, all I hear in the background is like, tell her your mom found out. Tell her your mom found out. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's happening? What? Found out what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, now I gotta play dumb because I know immediately. She knows we're bumping. Okay, she goes, my mom found out. And I'm like, found out what? And she's like, she found a letter. Like, what did the letter say? And all of a sudden her mom in the background repeats over and over. The shit is hilarious now, but back then the shit was not funny. She was like, K plus R equals love. K plus R equals love. I'm so glad that y'all are back together, because we used to break up all the time. And I'm just looking at the phone like, bitch, are you serious right now? Like, wow, I'm starting to get a little drunk. Okay, so you gay now? You gay? Oh, you gonna be gay? When you're gay in high school, it's a blessing. I mean, you get to use your gender as an excuse to be able to be with your girlfriend or boyfriend 24/7 without the adults like understanding what's going on. We had sleepovers. I was always over there. I went to Easter, you know what I'm saying? Like, she went to my house. Like, we was just best friends as far as anybody else was concerned. So she was like, I let the devil in my house. Like, this bitch been in my house. Like, just going in. Like, and then all of a sudden she was like, where is your mother? And I was like, bitch, no ma'am, we're not doing that today. We're not gonna call her. That's what we're not gonna do. And she's like, I need to talk to your mama. If your mama don't, I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna come to your house tomorrow. Now mind you, the bitch knows where I live because we've been best friends for a year and a half. She was like, if you don't tell your mom to call me, like, I'm gonna come up there tomorrow and we're gonna talk about this. Like, I gotta tell my mom. The last thing she said was, tell your mama I'll be up there tomorrow. Click. All right, so tonight's the night. I told my mom, bitch, I tell my mama. And I had mad anxiety. I stayed up until my mom got home at like 3 a.m., right? And I hear her walking up the stairs. Hey. I hear her walk past my room to go into her room. So when she walked past, I open up my door and she's like, what are you doing up? And I'm like, can I talk to you? And she's like, okay, like, it's 3 a.m., bitch, I'm tired. And I'm like, well, you know how you asked me that one time, like, if we're more than just friends? Because by this time it was weird because she was masculine, I was feminine, we're always together. I was like, well, me and her, we go out. And my mom was like, okay. Like, I mean, I figured that. She's dresses like a boy and you don't. It's obvious. Like, I knew that already. And I was like, okay, well, you're not mad? And she was like, no, I mean, I don't care, whatever, like, whatever. I was like, and her mama, she found out today and she said she may call you later because she needs to talk to you about this. And my mom was like, tell the lady don't call me. I was like, okay, shit, we good, that's it. She was like, all right, good, I don't want to sleep. I was like, bitch, I'm out. Niggas know I'm gay, my mama don't care, like, we lit, I'm popping, like, period. Also, this sangria, senior year comes along. During the summer, you know, I always go home to Texas during the summer. That's where I'm from. Stay with my grandma. I'm feeling myself. My mom knows. My friends know. That's kind of all that my little sister maybe knew at the time. I can't really remember, but I was out the closet basically, and I was really feeling myself to the point where I didn't think things through all the way before because I was young and dumb. I'm in Texas. On the phone cupcaking every day because I ain't got shit else to do. One day, my grandmother, mind you, I'm in Texas, the red state, Texas, the gay hating state of Texas, okay? And I don't know why I decided that today I'm gonna open up my mouth and tell my grandma this bullshit. Whew, Jesus. She wasn't happy. I'm walking around in the kitchen and I say something like, oh, my stomach hurt. And you know when people like test you and you fail the test? Well, that's exactly what happened. She looks at me and she goes, oh, well, I hope you ain't pregnant. I said, oh no, baby. You ain't gotta worry about me getting pregnant because okay. She looked at me and she was like, well, I ain't gotta worry about you. I was like, well, because I don't date guys. I hate guys. They're disgusting. They repulsive. Like, I just went ham. Like, I'm doing the most, and I'm not realizing that her face is like, and I'm over there like, yeah, niggas get money with bitches. I got a girlfriend, she bomb. And my grandma's just like, by the end of it, she goes, okay, that's fine. You know, I raised you and I didn't raise you that way. I don't think you raised sexuality. I don't think you raised gender. But she was like, I'm disappointed. You know, I didn't raise you that way. But if that's what you like, then okay. Right? And that was it. It was done. Right? And I was like, bitch, I'm out. Like, my granny knows, bitch. We lit up here. I don't fuck with nobody else. Like, bitch, I'm out. I'm doing this thing. I'm gay, bitch. Rainbow flags. I get to my auntie house that night because I'm supposed to spend the night at my auntie house. It was already pre-planned before I came out to my grandmother. I get to my auntie house and I'm chilling on the floor, you know, watching Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. Bitch, I'm not. My phone rings. And it's my mama. Now, mind you, I'm in LA. I mean, I'm in Houston. My mama is in LA. She calls me and I'm like, chirp, chirp. Hello, bitch, I'm out, I'm happy. Hello, and she's like, what the fuck? Like, why your grandmother calling me, telling me you gay and da 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 and da da da, and you got a girlfriend and da da da. You know what? Your ass ain't coming back to LA. You gonna stay in Texas. You gonna go to school in Texas, and you ain't gonna see that raggedy ass girl no more. Devastated. When I tell you the bubble, I called my girlfriend. I said, babe. My mama said I can't come back out there no more. I've been living in Texas back and forth my whole life. I was like, my mama said I ain't coming back. She said I ain't coming back because I'm gay. She said I'm not gonna see you no more. Heartbroken, devastated. My girlfriend was like, well, you know what you gotta do, right? I was like, what? She was like, you gotta do what I did. Tell them it ain't true. And then you come back home and we do what we do. You think that's gonna work? She was like, it worked for me. I was like, okay, you're right. Let me try that. Let me try that. So, the next night we go to my cousin's like memorial. Now we get to the ceremony. My grandmother's there. The same lady who looked at me and was like, okay, 2 days ago, would not speak to me. She would not open her mouth to say, hey, Kiera, or my family calls me Kiki. Hey, Kiki, how are you? I was like, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, hey, hey. And she's like, not open her mouth and say words to you, bitch. I don't know. I got the hiccups, bitch. This shit is strong. So that night, I'm going back to her house because my aunt has to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going back to my grandma's house. We in her car. This lady is not saying words. Hello, yeah, so, you know, we going to the Slitter Barn tomorrow. She's like, so you gay? I'm like, what? And so I'm like, nah, I'm not gay. I was confused. I didn't know what I was talking about. I love the Lord and the Lord loves me. And Jesus is a fence. Train up a child in the way that it shall go. And it shall never forsake you. You know what I'm saying? I switched that shit right up. You know, and I've really been thinking I need to get back in my word. You know, I need to get back into the Bible and like really figure out my purpose. I texted that girl and told her I can't do this with her no more, and I'm going to vacation Bible school, like, period. My grandmother looked at me and was like, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah. So fast forward, my mama said I can come back home. I called my girlfriend. I was like, baby, it worked. I'm gonna be back home next week. Turn up. We going to City Walk or whatever. Like, boo. Still gay. Still with the same girl. And we were together for 4 years. So over the 4 years of being young and dumb, we got caught a bunch of times being gay. But every time, if you throw up that Jesus card, hallelujah, it worked. Even after finding out that we were together multiple times, they still allowed us to hang out. When I say allowed, we were grown as fuck. We were 18, 19 at that point, but we didn't have the static, you know what I'm saying? Like with the families or with our parents, it was just like, oh, that's her friend, that's her best friend. and to this day I'm still a part of her family. Like, it's mad crazy. Like, they have like, and we don't talk about the gay shit, but like, that's how y'all met me. Like, that's how we met, bro. They are my LA fam. I love them to death. Yeah, shout out to my high school ex-girlfriend. No, the reason we broke up was me going back into the closet, right? My girlfriend's godmother is a minister, and we went to help her because we were attached to the hip. So if she went somewhere, I went somewhere. We went to help her with her revival. And at this revival, this minister from Philadelphia looked at me and she said some shit that only God would know, and it broke me down so much so that I like cried. I was weeping, and I ended up on the floor at the altar, and I was like, I want to be whole. Like, I don't want to be broken anymore. I had a bunch of trauma in my life, just like not from being gay at all, just like other shit, like growing up being traumatized. You know, I gotta take a drink on them. Wine glass, bitch. I need to. It's a little carbonation in that. It's a little carbonation in this Capriccio. She spoke to me and she was like, what she said to me was, your mother's never gonna love you the way that you want her to. You need to grow up. I've had mommy issues my whole life. That's another vlog for another day. In that moment, I was so like blown away that this woman that I've never met, I don't know her from Adam, spoke to me, and she said something to me that like pierced my soul. Like, I broke down, and I knew that God was real. I knew God was real before that, but like that moment had me like, wow, like this shit is crazy, bro. Like, this shit is wild. Like, I need to like get my shit together because God is real and he's speaking to me. So I joined a church. It was like a little group, really, not really a church, and I would go to the same church often, but in that Bible study group I really like grew a lot, but I also at the same time muted certain parts of myself. My sexuality was one of the parts that was muted. So when I joined this Bible study group and I started becoming more saved, I denounced homosexuality. If you search YouTube real hard, you'll find a video of me doing a poem. Coming Out of the Closet was the name of the poem, and basically I spoke about the reason why I'm gay is because I've experienced sexual trauma as a child, right? That is not the truth. I don't believe that in 2019, but back then, based on the doctrine, I was indoctrinated, and I believed that my sexuality was contingent upon other things. I don't really believe that now, but that was my truth at the time. And when I believe something is true, I will fucking yell it from the mountains, because that's just how I've always been. I'm a leader, and I always want people to feel better, right? And at the time, I was broken, and then I started to feel better. So I was like, hey guys, I found the solution. Like, come join church, right? I got super saved. I was preaching. I still loved women, like, a lot. Like, every now and again, I would mess around with a girl that I met at church. But I never messed around with a nigga. Aside from that, I was single for like 9, 10, 11, for 3 years. Damn, it was only 3 years. It felt like forever. I was told that I was called to a life of singleness, that my sin was in my actions and it wasn't in my attraction, right? It became a sin when you acted on it, not when you had the thought or whatever, and that when the thoughts came in, you immediately needed to denounce them. So fast forward to 3 years of me being saved, hallelujah, 2012, when my life changed forever. So in 2012, I was going to Bible study just faithfully, being my faithful self, still, you know, randomly having relations with women and randomly, you know, acting on my thoughts, I guess you would say. For the most part, I was able to keep it on the low and not really project my sexuality. I had Bible study, minding my own goddamn business, and this girl comes, and she's more masculine presenting. It's clearly evident that she's gay. Like, you know, it's a vibe. Like, you don't even have to say it. She comes in. When I saw her, I was like, oh no. I refused to talk to her. We'd be in a circle of like 8 people, and I would not look her way. Like, I was like afraid of interacting with her because I knew that it could go left at any time. And it did. my godmom gave her my phone number. I didn't even give her my phone number. My godmother did, because my godmother told her I had struggled with homosexuality and I had overcame it or whatever. But sis, no, I hadn't. Okay. Fast forward, and we start hanging out. She became my girlfriend. We kept it on the low for a long time, and then maybe 2 years into a relationship, we finally told my godmom, who was the head of this Bible study group. So me, her, and my godmom sat in a room, and my godmom basically kicked me out of Bible study. That was my second time I had messed around with a girl from Bible study. Like, you are not here for God. You gotta get your shit together and then come back when you're ready. It's 2019. I have not been back to Bible study. I still participate in some of the things that they do, but I do not go to Bible study for that reason. I was told not to come until I took God seriously. And she was like, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, you are a leader. I can't believe you've been lying to me. Like, all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, this is just too much. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, we're not going to be together anymore. We're going to get it right. We're going to figure it out. So we left there. We went to get a strawberry-ta. And we went back to my house. We were together for like 4 more years after that. We did the like break up, get back together, break up, get back together thing a bunch of times, mostly for like living life right and trying to figure out like the balance between being my authentic self and loving God. They teach you that you can't have both if you're queer. It's either you love God and you're single and lonely forever because of your love for God, or you're going to hell but you're authentic to yourself. And so we struggled with that throughout our entire relationship. Breaking up for some other random ass reason that had nothing to do with that, but I'm sure it all like ties into itself. And fast forward to today. This is 2019. I'm gay as fuck. I don't give a fuck who likes it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I pay my own bills, I take care of myself, and I love God. Like, all in the same breath. I have a girlfriend who loves me, who is pure, and she is 100% like confident in herself and her sexuality and her love for God. Like, it's possible to have it all. I know that they teach you that you can't have it all, but I don't really believe that. Like, you can't tell me what my God will or will not accept. I think that's bullshit, and I'm sorry whoever feels that way, but hey, what do I know? I'm just trying to get my shit together. Bitch, this sangria, I swear to God, every sip, it gets better and better. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you ever came out in closet and you happy and you here, bitch. Or comment down below if you came out the closet and you sad as you want some encouragement. We're gonna make sure you good, boo.